everyone. Greetings from National Skills Network. This is Madhuri and I'm back and I'm so excited that today we are going to have a very different kind of a conversation about a very interesting and equally exciting industry. So let me tell you more about it. This is about cruise liners and setting sail in a cruise liner, I'm sure is like a dream for most of us for a perfect holiday. But do you know how many jobs this industry generates? Let's find out more. Not only the jobs, but also the skills, the training, and the education that is needed to work in this industry. So I have with me Mr. Douglas Pimenta, who's the head of recruitment at Carnival Support Services. So welcome to this talk, Mr. Douglas. And I'm so glad that today we are able to have this conversation with you. As I just mentioned in the introduction, Carnival Support Services, I think, has been doing a huge amount of work in providing skilled workforce to this industry, as I learned from the updates and the website. And also, cruise lining and cruise industry in India is probably growing at a very fast rate. As a subsector of hospitality industry, we would like to know the kind of trends in this growth in terms of mostly, the kind of skilled workforce you would be needing for this industry.
Thank you, Dr. Madhuri, for having me on this little interview that you're having. Uh, and I would thank National Skills Network for letting me come and broadcast some of the job opportunities that we have within the cruise sectors. So first thing to let you know is that the cruise industry in India is expanding rapidly with more job opportunities for Indian crew members in many roles like the hospitality, deck operations, engineering, and guest services.
Okay.
Alternatively, and to add, even there are government initiatives to develop cruise infrastructure along our ports, is further boosting the demand of skilled workforce on board our ships. Yes, this is a complete different, new sector of work for the young talent in India. I know many of our talent crew work in the hospitality sectors, but they're not very much aware about the cruise sector. So, yeah, in this interaction, I will let you know what are the opportunities that lie there, and how they can cope up, because it's an ever increasing talent requirement. We are always expanding, having new ships, and India, given the talent that we have, uh, and the culture that we have, we embed hospitality within ourselves. So yes, we are looking for a lot of crew members that can join our cruise companies.
Great. So you just mentioned many types of job roles. So on the one hand, this kind of job roles, I think, are quite similar to hospitality,
Yes.
right? But then I think the adventure part and the excitement comes with being, setting sail and being on the sea, right? So can you
Yes,
tell
of
us a
course.
bit
I
about
was
the
going to, yeah. You
excitement
want,
also?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So when you work in the hospitality back here in India, it's possibly a 6-day job. You get a day off.
right.
You return home. That's good. However, when you work on a cruise ship, the best part is you get paid while you are traveling, and everything on board our company or your salaries are tax free. So you're earning tax free salary, and you get to see a lot of countries whilst you're working on the ship. Yes, the opportunity to meet so many different people, to work with different nationalities, be diverse, and understand their cultures, that comes with the cruise ship job. You make a lot of friends whilst you're working on the ship, whilst you're sailing with passengers. It's a complete new adventure.
Hmm.
And if you have the passion to travel and want to see the world and make money quickly, then cruise ship job is the best for you.
Yeah, so yeah, that's very interesting to know, and I think quite tempting for most of the youth, I'm sure, to take up such jobs. So, what are some of the job roles and the skills and attributes that are expected, from the person to fill in those roles in the industry?
So the most important is the attitude to first is to stay away from home, because our job offers are will take you about close to 9 months away from home. So
Oh
that is
my
one
God.
thing that is so
Okay.
that is one thing that they need to have an attitude to accept this kind of a job offer. And the qualities that we are looking is somebody from a hospitality background, trained in a hospitality sector, worked for a few months in the hospitality industry. It could be hotels, QSR, restaurants, and
Mm.
and any organized institutes that offer hospitality services. More importantly, for cruise ship, because we are an international cruise companies, all our guests and all our safety requirements, everything is addressed in English. So spoken
Mm.
English and understanding of English is of paramount requirement. So
Mm.
anybody out there looking for a cruise ship job, if you are struggling in English, first take up that English speaking communications. And what I also expect from the institutes that are training candidates for the talent market, not only in India but for international, is always focus on the communication skills, because
Mm.
the international language required is English on all our cruise ships.
Yeah. English, and also if they have a foreign language, isn't that also an additional thing?
A foreign language is always an additional, but that's very difficult to find. So we
Uh,
will only stress upon. We do not want to make it a compulsion, but if somebody
but
comes with
if,
an added,
yeah.
it will always benefit the candidate.
Okay, great. Now there's one more thing related to careers in cruise industry. There could be entry-level jobs, and then if somebody is really looking for career growth in this and the kind of upskilling that needs to be done or work integrated learning, what are some of the ways somebody grows in this career? Is it just work experience or what kind of learning happens?
So ideally, doctor, we hire a lot of candidates from a different range of a spectrum of the
Mm.
positions. People can join as entry level, they can join as mid level, supervisory level, manager level. Now, if they have gathered experience within the talent workforce here in India, we will always assess them for their quality and whether they are an exact fit for the job role. Cruise ships are are different from hotels because we have large volumes, and
Mm.
people or the skilled employees here, they're not used to this continuous volume of work every day. So we will only assess them as per their experience, but the career opportunity for them is sky high once they join the cruise ship. We have our internal career path and appraisal systems that evaluate them for promotions. So it
Okay,
is a successful appraisal that will grant them a promotion.
okay.
So we
Now,
have we have many people who have been working with us for 10, 20, 30 years. They have joined us at as junior levels, and today they are all most of them would be head of departments or managerial positions.
wow. Yeah, so that shows that there is so much of scope for career growth. And
Yeah.
now, one most important thing, what about women who want to join this industry? How about their safety and then the kind of careers they can take up? Can they do the same thing as, the men take up the roles for them, or is there any difference?
Yes, thank you for bringing up this point. So it was a CSI-driven activity to increase the number of women on our cruise ships.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
because there's a lot of requirement for women to join our workforce, especially on our cruise line, and that is the demand from all our stakeholders as well. So
Mm.
last year we offered close to 500 jobs to women on our ships, which
Okay.
is never happened. Okay, and this year we want to increase it. uh, Similar jobs, okay, for women, from all the hotel positions to the deck positions to all the guest service positions, we have it for women.
Okay.
For their safety on board, all our ships and all our company policies are zero tolerance policies. So
Mm.
when women are joining our companies, all their safety and security is taken care of. We have policies against sexual harassment, drug abuse, any bullying policies. The candidate or the applicant has to report the incident to his or her manager, and it will be escalated to the highest level. And as I said, it's a zero tolerance policy. We make a very safe environment for women to work on board. In fact, it's safer working than working in any cities of India, because you're on the ship and anybody does or says anything to you, you can always escalate it to your manager and have that reported.
Right. Right. And that's really very encouraging, I'm sure, for many women who aspire to enter into this industry. Now, before we come to the closure of this, I would like to ask you about your advice to youth, young people, probably who have heard about this industry, but they're not very clear what is the step they should take. Maybe you can guide them a bit through this conversation.
Yes. So my only message for the young talent out there is that cruise companies are always hiring. So please approach only cruise companies which are DG approved, licensed by the government, and CSSI is one of them. And
Hmm.
all recruitment from cruise companies is free of cost. Our USP is and always remain that all recruitments are free. We do not have any third parties or any agencies. Do not feel that you need to do something to get a cruise job. You just have to apply to a cruise company, and all selection is on merit. Please be aware of recruitment scams, and there is no need to pay any money to anybody, and you will be offered a job free of cost. What I would expect them to do is to pick up a job in an industry where they would possibly want to branch out their career, gather a good experience about customer service, communication skills, improve your communication skills, learn more about serving the guest, and understand customer values. That is all what we require for people, and have the right attitude. Say that, okay, I need to travel the world, I get paid for it, have a different set of mindset. And with all the technology that we have now, you can always be connected to the world with WhatsApp, FaceTime. There is always, you'll never have the feeling that you're away from home.
Hmm.
So focus on your careers, take up some opportunity, learn your skills here. We will upgrade it whilst you're working on the ship.
That's great advice. I'm sure whoever's going to, want to enter this industry, I'm sure they will be, inspired by these words, and also probably it will help them decide their future, in hospitality and cruise industry. So before I close, I would like to know if you have anything else you wish to share with our audience.
Absolutely. I can only mention about Carnival Support Services, that which is the office that I work for. We are always hiring. Okay, so if you have the right experience and you want to experience to work on a cruise ship, please visit our website, which is www.cruisecareers.in. Register, and my team will get in touch with you for an interview.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us your time today and telling us more about the services and the industry. And we really hope it really helps a lot of people to, take the right step and go in the right direction and not get misled about
Yes.
careers in cruise industry. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.